Hello and welcome back to the studio, to the show, to London, to North American Counter-Strike. We are ready for our last match of the evening, which is going to be Complexity versus Winterfox, coming back for their second match of the evening. And they are late again. But we should be starting very shortly. So, Semphis and Co. versus Winterfox. Have to expect them to win. Obviously, Winterfox again with 3 people in Europe at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, I would have expected Winterfox to beat Elevate, but it did seem like there was a lot of issues for them with the ping that they were playing with, and we saw, for example, players like Pitt kind of changing their decision making a little bit and how they were going to play with it. That we saw, lots of AWPing from him, which of course is not necessarily bad because Pitt is very, very good with anything basically. He's a very highly individually skilled player, but generally speaking, just the principle of the thing, right? Just having to adjust out of what you're normally comfortable doing because of the ping. So that is definitely a factor for them. Obviously,
Yep.
three players in Europe. They're basically a European team.
That's, yeah, with 2 American players
Yeah.
playing in the North American League. It's kind of unprecedented.
So and also, I would say that they were better on paper than the next Elevate, or you would think so, right? But they got kind of crushed. It was like 16-5, 16-6, 16-6, I think.
One of the 2.
16-5, one of the 2. So pretty dominating performance there from Elevate. So that's kind of, a little bit surprising, I suppose. But then now we've got what is on paper an individually skilled team that could be. That rivals and could likely be stronger as well, because you got Semphis on there, and that's where the problems could start, I think, because of the style that he likes to play. The screamy, mixy, puggy style is actually something which can be taken advantage of by a team that is also, let's say,
By a team.
Sorry.
God.
By a team that also prefers to play a more individual game, and that is something that Winterfox, typically from what I've seen from them. That's the kind of style that I see from them. I don't know if that's what they fully intend, but that's what I see based on the decisions and how it works out and the types of plays that certain players make and so on and so forth. So they could get abused, but that said, with the ping element on top now, I definitely feel like Semphis' group should easily be able to win, especially as it's on Train. And Train might be a little bit awkward here for Winterfox. I guess everything's awkward if you've got 3 players playing a North American League in Europe, James.
Yeah, so unlike it was previously advertised as Overpass, it was indeed Train. Not sure what the mix-up was there. So Rocker was the best pistol player on this map in Stage 2, and you can see he is indeed playing here for Complexity, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Now, I think that this map might be easier for Winterfox in the sense that if they can get hold of some AWPs on their CT side, that the channels of Train might make it easier to get frags than open maps such as Dust 2, where their ping might be more of an issue for them. So, Complexity with Valens holding the defuse kit, the rest of them going straight for the Kevlars. Again, 4 Kevlars on each side has been very common in these pistol rounds so far. Pitt with an early frag onto the star player, you might say, Semphis for Complexity. And the T's rushing into the A bomb site now. Valens taking down Lex. Pith soon to follow, courtesy of Sanks. Frags coming back, but the numbers are going in the way of the CTs. I don't know what TAR is.
Automatic.
Okay.
Or unless it's another player entirely. But either way. Complexity looking pretty good in this round, obviously. Devilwalk is trying to, I think, fake, just running back a little bit there and just so he can disorientate his opposition somewhat before moving in. And Sanks is quite low, so if Devilwalk's first engagement is against him, he might be able to get a quick kill. But time is running out. He's got 20 seconds to go. He's hoping for a fast plant, but he's been spotted. And it looks like a headshot will be found there. By Automatic onto Devilwalk. So Complexity win the pistol round, and something that we were talking about quite a lot in the European broadcast today is how incredibly important it is to win that pistol round as a CT side in this map, because it tends to be a very, very T-sided map, at least in Europe. That is very much the case. Teams aren't opting for as much execute play as they are mixing in a couple key smokes, but generally going for those A-yard pushes. They're very, very strong at the moment, and with the top level teams. Anyway, we've got the entries coming in now for Winterfox. We have Pitts and Devilwalk those two. It's actually kind of annoying right now for Complexity, losing 2 players already. Sanks is getting low. Bomb has not been planted though. That's kind of the problem here. Great snap there from Pit, and once again showing some of that individual skill. But eventually the round will be cleaned up by Complexity's Valens, and that really sucks though. I mean, losing so many players. Had Winterfox actually got the bomb down as well, they would be able to do an execute play in this round and perhaps crush Complexity sooner than later.
Well, the anti-eco buy continues, Valens with the MP9. Other than that, rifles for the rest of the team. Rocker, though, has no helmet. Not sure if he has the money for it or what the deal is there. Can we check the money quickly, actually? Let's see, where is he? $200. I guess he didn't. That's unfortunate. He will be susceptible to headshots if these players get close enough. So far, so good, though, for the CT side. Nobody lost yet. Barely anyone tagged. Sanks with 2 frags so far. And it's automatic to go down, actually. But he will be the only one. So let's see if Valens can upgrade the MP9. There was a FAMAS on the floor. Unable to do so, so that will be a bit more money spent, presumably, in this round. I can't imagine he wants to continue with that gun. Let's see now. Expecting the AKs and the AWPs. They won't need to buy helmets anymore. Although Lex does have a Galil. We'll see how this goes for both teams. Oh, 2-man push from Complexity down Ivy reasonably quickly. Just going to be hiding behind that structure in the middle, it seems. Maybe going to boost over it. Lots of Winterfox players outside T main. At the moment, it looks like an A split via Popdog, and main is on the cards for them.
Sanks is close to T main. And yeah, he's also Memphis for distraction as well. Just tossing in a smoke to obscure vision for the T's. Sanks is a good position to go for the wraparound, might find a double there, and he will indeed. Things looking rather troublesome here for Winterfox on the entry into the yard. Their first buy, proper buy, being shut down by Complexity with ease, as it's just Devilwalk left alive, and he's not got a lot to work with. He will get taken down by automatic. They could barely move out of the choke point before being eliminated, and that was a very successful round in that regard for Complexity.
So Winterfox back on the eco. Got 4 Deagles coming out, XP3 with the P250. Pitt has got full armor. We'll see what he can do with it. Going to be a difficult round for Winterfox. Not to mention the other ones being included. So Devilwalk fishing through the smoke, unable to find Valens, who surely hears him jumping, but he's going to try and get his flashbang out for some reason. And Devilwalk will punish him for it. So Valens playing up close in the smoke versus Nico. Maybe not making the right decisions there, pulling out a flash, but there we go. Lex to go down. Devilwalk has picked up FAMAS. Maybe he can get it to Pit. Pit is dead now. Taken down through Popdog. Not much going on for Winterfox at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not looking too horrendous. I mean, they got 2 kills out of it so far. XP3 might be able to get another one, and this round is just about economic damage, as Winterfox do get a buy in their following round anyway. So it'd be really nice if XP3 could find himself 1 more frag. And automatic will be turning the corner and swiftly eliminating XP3, so that's not going to happen. Now 5-0 the score. Winterfox can field a strong buy, and AWP will appear in the hands of XP3. And Memphis himself will be AWPing as well. Now you have to wonder how Complexity will play this round. I imagine some kind of aggression will show itself sooner rather than later, considering that, we know what to expect from a team like this, James, that is led by Mr. Memphis.
Let's see how they do. So AWP going over towards Ivy at the moment with support for the AWP in a second player. Memphis, of course, going to be on the AWP for the CT side. Pit just having a creep down B slope is going to get punished for it. Rocker ready, waiting, willing. Devilwalk playing harassment towards Ivy now. See what else he can do with it. T's man down, and the CT's just waiting, not overextending, just patiently waiting. Have a bit of questions being asked from Anger towards upper B. Memphis repositioning now as he's been drawn away, and the bomb seems to be going towards the A bomb site. But again, no significant map control for any of the Winterfox players just yet.
Here we go, flashes into Pop Dog. That's going to allow Lex to make his way forwards as the push comes in from the Winterfox lineup. Now, the players from Complexity are playing quite far back. Will it matter? So far, it's working incredibly well. And Semphasis with 2 kills on the AWP, and Winterfox struggling to get much done. It's Anger who's left alive last by the E-Box, and he's going to go down straight away. So another really sick round from Complexity. Very easy holds, it would seem. Winterfox not doing enough on their entries, and generally struggling to get through T-Main and Pop Dog with players left alive.
Well, they've got the money to go for a force, and the force they will do. Pit just on the Deagle in this round. 6-0 to Complexity so far. Let's see, Winterfox going for a fast play. They've lost Anger already. XP3 gets traded by the Flames, taking thanks with him. It's a nice one dig by Pit, but he'll only get one. Semphasis to punish him. So 3 versus 2, and the bomb is in no man's land, just crawling through a smoking leg. Almost getting a sneaky frag onto a CT, but Valiant comes in for the save. Devilwalk unable to make the final connection onto Valiant. He will spin round and take him down as well. 7-0 to Complexity.
Yeah, this is, again, it is a very T-sided map, especially, at least in Europe, from the top 8 teams that we see frequently in the league. It's very, we see so many T rounds. It's so rare to see this kind of a result on the TCT side. So that would definitely be very encouraging for the Complexity and those who are fans of Complexity, the team, the players, and the brand. Well, Semphasis, who's made the right call here with his AWP. He'll miss the first shot though, but attention not turned to him immediately. He will get traded though, more or less straight away, as he goes for the re-peek. And Winterfox make their way down onto the bomb site as Rocket is just hanging tight at the moment. Teammates are close as well, so this is actually a pretty good approach. Then comes Devilwalk with the AWP. That's going to allow an extra bit of space there for his team, as Automatic is going to pick up a frag onto XP3 as well. So a lot of back and forth action here. Devilwalk doing a great job with the AWP, but now he's down low, 7 HP. If he goes down, things are going to get really awkward here for Pit. And he will also fall. Bomb will be defused. We're looking at an 8-0 here, James. Do you think there is possibility for Complexity to get something in the region of like a 16-3 or something at this rate?
Possibly.
This is a crazy scoreline for a CT side on this map.
Yeah, it is, and this is, you know, Complexity should try and exploit this as much as they can, because, you know, later on, if they get in a situation where, for example, they are tied and it goes down to round difference or something to qualify for LAN, then this is a good opportunity for them to rack up as many rounds as possible. So they should take every round very seriously indeed. So Winterfox, their loss bonus is so high that they can basically buy every round should they choose to. Pit even able to afford the Krieg, so we'll see if he can get anything done with it. Maybe that scope will help him with his ping, but Automatic's gone past him, taking Anger down. Pit will trade, however, coming in, trying to find people through the smoke. It's a very powerful gun he's wielding. Gonna go for a smoke spot now. 3 versus 3. And the CTs will try and identify his colleagues as he plants the bomb.
And Pit already with 2. Cannot get himself anything else with that. Krieg. And comes Devilwalk there from the side. Bomb ticking away. Shut down by Rocket though. And the bomb will be defused by Rocket as well. Yeah, it's nice to see the Krieg used, even though it's used by a Pit who's very poorly affected by the ping. And I don't know, man. I would like to see it used more, but the AK is so good, and it is $300 cheaper. So, hey, 9-0 for Complexity, and things do not seem to be looking like they'll slow down anytime soon for them. There's been quite a few close rounds by Winterfox, though. That said, it's not been. I think the score is a little bit misleading.
5 incendiaries for the CT side. They are equipped and ready to go. Semphasis holding close angles now, changing up his position, keeping Winterfox in fear, and with good reason. He takes down Anger. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Devilwalk will take down Valence. So it's the numbers of Winterfox that are once again slowly disappearing. Pit's managing to run through the smoke and get a frag onto Automatic. But the final 2 Winterfox players heavily tagged. Pit going to retrieve the bomb. But again, he needs to be super quick on the trigger, and his ping is not lending in that favor.
Oh dear. We have a catch there by Semphasis onto Devilwalk, and in comes Pit now. On 3, Semphasis will evacuate. And I mean, that's smart. Oh, he's coming back. Never mind. Has a CZ and gets the frag as well. 10-0 And we might be in for a very fast one at this rate. Winterfox really, really struggling in their current condition. This is definitely going to be something they're going to have to try to figure out in the future. Because they're not going to get very far if they aren't able to overcome this visa issue, whatever it may be. Now, Complexity, after the AWP on Semphis still, he's been playing pretty passive with it overall. Sax is going to go aggressive on Ali though. He gets splashed out there, gets the first kill, spraying down. Excellent damage done by Sanks. Valence is going to finish off the third one, who we left critically weak. And now it's just XP3 and Pit to our left for the Winterfox side. And Rocket's going to make quick work of them with the help of Automatic. And that's 11-0. And this looks like a bit of a no-show at the moment from Winterfox.
Round 12 and Complexity have lots of money to top up their current inventory. Winterfox, will they go for the fourth again? They're running a bit low on money to even buy AKs at this point, unless they're going to skimp on the helmets, and indeed Devilwalk will do exactly that. Sacrifice the helmet to buy the AK there. I never know how often or how much players practice with a Galil, know the spray, etc. You want to see they're losing a lot of advantage to the CTs, who are now rocking 2 AKs on their side. So Winterfox pushing towards the A bomb site, bomb down in team main though. 4 versus 2. 3 versus 2. Pit gonna even things up. Now they can finally get around on the board here. Good opportunity. XP3 making it Automatic versus the rest, although XP3 only has 22 HP, so if Automatic can get himself a 1 versus 1, then he can still maybe keep a clean sheet for his team. And down goes Pit, the healthy player. So now it's Automatic knowing where the bomb is to play against XP3, coming in from team A. And there it is, another round on the board for Complexity, still 0 for Winterfox.
Yeah, it's they have so much money as well. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. And well, Winterfox themselves can't really say the same. Using all their cash to buy up fully now. Winterfox AWP on Pits. I was talking about this earlier, how he's been AWPing quite a bit. You know, normally you'd expect XP3 to AWP. He's been using the AK, all this kind of stuff. It does not seem normal. Of course, their pings are not normal as well. I mean, they're making some strange adjustments in light of that. XP3 does have a lower ping than Pit. He's, I imagine, at excellent front. Either way, it will pick up a kill into Automatic as well. So things looking actually good here for them to take around Winterfox. Bomb, they just need to make the bomb just needs to make its way together with its teammates, and they can just barrel down with the numbers advantage. That should be good enough to close this one down.
Can they get their first round on the board? They're going to try and smoke off the angle, but Semphis will be too fast. So there is a TT camping on the site as well. Valence playing the information game, getting the second first, and then coming back for the bomb planter. And Complexity will go from 3 versus 5 to 3 versus 0, eliminating all the players of Winterfox. They had the man advantage, didn't check all their corners and got punished for it. Complexity heading towards a 16-0 here.
I don't know that we have seen one in the league that I remember.
The only one I can think of, I think maybe we had one in Oceania when JKS didn't die once on cash, but I'm not sure. I'm only going by him not dying, but he could have saved, I'm not sure. But the only one I can think of would be versus Pro losing to Kingwin on LAN.
Oh yeah. Anyway, Sanks will take down Lex straight away there at around teammate. So good presence, forward presence there from the CTs. They will spray down Valence, who went aggressive on Ali. And I'm quite surprised that Complexity have actually been playing very disciplined, despite the fact that it must feel quite easy for them. We're not really seeing them take any crazy risks. I mean, they've been a little bit of pushing here and there, but generally speaking, they have just been playing tight to the bomb sites and being reactive, as you would expect in a normal train match.
And again, that's sensible, because it's not good, especially for North America, where the competition is generally weaker than Europe, to kind of engage in bad habits, because it will cause you problems down the line when you're up against stronger teams.
You said that though, James. But it is a very difficult issue that a lot of teams do deal with. It's like Automatic's going to clean up the bomber there, and it's just Pit's left. And he's sitting in the middle of the yard. Eagle. Large in charge. It does seem like Pit is kind of just walking out into yard, just like looking for some cool deagle frags most of the time.
So, last round of the first half. Can Complexity retain the clean sheet here. 14-0 at the moment. Again, they've got the 5 incendiaries. Berlin's not even bothering to buy a defuse kit at this point. So, Anger just down to the Tech 9. Could be a fast B play unless they're going to go for a conga line through Pop Dog, but that would be very unlikely indeed. Good timing on the Molotov's going to cause a few problems for the T's as they start to push. They're all going to make it onto the site. Now the focus is going to be on Tempest looking up above, but Rocker focusing down below. 2 plays lost for Winterfox at the moment. Bomb is down there as well. Pit the only one standing, and he will also fall. So the pistol will be Winterfox, maybe their only chance to get around on the board here with a 15-0 half from Complexity.
Yeah, I don't remember. 16-0 is a pretty rare. I mean, the thing is that even against teams much better than you, considering the nature of the of how strong pistols are and the consecutive money loss bonus and all that kind of stuff. Normally there's much more chance than in Source or 1.6 to actually get those rounds actually. Anyway, this pistol round kicking off now as Anger is in a forward position up on Pop Dog, and he's got 2 teammates moving up from inner. So Winterfox know what's going on right now, but will it even matter? 3 players immediately dead there for Complexity as they move for Winterfox as Complexity move forwards. Sweeping motion through onto the A-bomb site through Pop Dog, and now it's just Anger left on 50 HP. Bomb's going to go down, and there we have it. 16-0 for Complexity. They looked rather dominant, and it does appear that Winterfox are struggling with the ping issues. They're changing their play, and this is not working for them.
Correct. Not much to say about that match, really. Thank you for watching. We will be back with more North American Counter-Strike tomorrow and the day after, but first we will have another 5 European games coming your way tomorrow, so we will see you then.
Typically from what I've seen from them, that's the kind of style that I see from them. I don't know if that's what they fully intend, but that's what I see based on the decisions and how it works out and the types of plays that certain players make and so on and so forth. So they could get abused, but that said, with the ping element on top now, I definitely feel like Semphis' group should easily be able to win, especially as it's on Train, and Train might be a little bit awkward here for Winterfox. I guess everything's awkward if you've got 3 players playing a North American League in Europe, James.
Yeah, so hello and welcome back to the studio, to the show, to London, to North American Counter-Strike. We are ready for our last match of the evening, which is going to be Complexity versus Winterfox, coming back for their second match of the evening. And they are late again. But we should be starting very shortly. So, Semphis and Co. versus Winterfox. Have to expect them to win. Obviously, Winterfox again with 3 people in Europe at the moment. Yeah,
I mean, a bit surprising, I suppose. But then, now we've got what is on paper an individually skilled team that could be that rivals and could likely be stronger as well, because you've got Semphis on there, and that's where the problems could start, I think, because of the style that he likes to play. The screamy, mixy, puggy style is actually something which can be taken advantage of by a team that is also, let's say,
by a team.
Sorry.
God.
By a team that also prefers to play a more individual game, and that is something that Winterfox on paper I would have expected Winterfox to beat X Elevate. But it did seem like there was a lot of issues for them with the ping that they were playing with, and we saw that, for example, players like Pit kind of changing their decision making a little bit and how they were going to play with it. That we saw, lots of AWPing from him, which of course is not necessarily bad because Pit is very, very good with anything basically. He's a very highly individually skilled player, but generally speaking, just the principle of the thing, right? Just having to adjust out of what you're normally comfortable doing because of the ping. So that is definitely a factor for them. Obviously,
yep.
3 players in Europe. They're basically a European team.
That's, with 2 American players playing in the North American League. It's kind of unprecedented.
So, and also, I would say that they were better on paper than the next Elevate, or you would think so, right? But they got kind of crushed. It was like 16-5, 16-6, 16-6, I think.
One of the 2.
16-5. One of the 2. It's a pretty dominating performance there from X Elevate. So that's kind of, look